Haiti had 4 storms last year that took away 15% of its income and left all the cities littered in garbage and waste. And it's a poor country. They don't have any public garbage collection system anyway. So they have a dramatic example of a problem you find in every poor city in the world. My climate change initiative works on trying to figure out what to do with garbage dumps, which emit methane gas, 23 times more powerful than CO2, in South America and Asia and Africa, from Lagos, Nigeria, to Lima, Peru, to Rio and Sao Paulo in Brazil, to Delhi and Mumbai. You see Slumdog Millionaire? Opening scene, the kids are running from the cops. They run over the Mumbai landfill. It goes on forever. That's what a garbage dump looks like in a city of more than 20 million. We got to figure out something to do with this. I see those things and I see economic assets, okay? So here's one thing you can do. Handsome, articulate, compelling young man, not much older than you, is in Port-au-Prince in his neighborhood, which was racked with violence, making these. Here's what they do. They send out people every day to pick up garbage off the street. And putting so many people to work in cleaning the streets, making the neighborhoods proud, has caused a precipitous decline in violence. So they got their neighborhoods back. Then the people there first separate all the garbage. The organic stuff is going into a compost thing. They'll send it out at discount prices for organic fertilizer to the farmers. Then they have glass, plastic, metal, and paper. The paper is then wet, and they make it really, really soggy. And then into the soggy paper, they pour sawdust, which they get for free because it's waste from a local furniture manufacturer. And the guy's glad to have somebody take it off their hands. They mix it up, then they put it in presses that the Haitians designed and built themselves on site, and they press, once they put it into ovals like this, they press all the water out. And then they cut them into these sections and dry them out, leaving this. This is nothing but waste paper and sawdust. And they sell this to combat climate change and deforestation. Why? Because in poor countries from Haiti to Kenya, they only have a forest cover of 1 to 3% because poor people cut down the trees to make charcoal so they can stay warm and cook food. And once they do that, they lose the topsoil and all the environmental problems get worse. So every storm in Haiti is like Katrina was for America. Remember what happened to Katrina? The gate broke. Remember that metal gate? So most of the Katrina damage was done by water. Most hurricane damage is done by the air. And you can build against that. But if you can't protect from the water, it's awful. That's what happens in Haiti. Everything floods all the time because there are no trees. There's no prevention. So this is what this guy does. They sell this for 1/5 the equivalent cost of charcoal that produces as much heat. They sell one of these for about a penny. They create jobs, they create community pride, they lower crime in the neighborhood, and they fight deforestation and climate change. Why? Because a guy with his neighbors, there are 8 people that I met on this local council, answered the how question. Now, this may not be as sexy as a pretty speech. It may not be as interesting as a new movie. But this little thing here could save the 9 million people who live in that poor country a world of misery. So when you go home, I want you to think about that. Every one of you has got an answer like this inside you. And if we come up with enough of them, you're going to live in the most interesting time in human history. Thank you, and God bless you.